Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up. This offense to take over for the first time. Bringing them out as the 1983 Rookie of the Year, the 84 MVP, under center Dan Marino.
Let's talk numbers here. His number, 13, led the NFL in passing 5 different times. And his release, still the release emulated today. This is what quarterback coaches tell youngsters. If you can get it done like Dan Marino and get that ball out of your hands, you've got a chance for success, young man.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
A run, this is Bettis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up third and 1.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one catch.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. To throw is Marino. And Marino cannot get away. He goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
From the ball carrier, brought down at the 18-yard line.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Carson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Running now is Huber as he sends it away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Marino. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice.
Marino's pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Makes it 3rd.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Marino. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rod Woodson on the coverage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Wilson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Time for a break. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
first down. Carson. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, you can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the medical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Charlie Werner there to make the grab. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the 4th quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a 1-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. And this is caught by Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Marino here from the gun. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
7 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On 3rd down, Marino. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium.
Oh, no, he lost the football. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and so they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. More now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, they'll take over. First down and 10.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It'll go a 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him across mid.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Wilson to throw. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
That's good.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Now it's Marino. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Marino, that's complete, right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here we go again with Marino. he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bobby Wagner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Marino sets up. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Marino to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower start difficulty if you can and select replay challenge and give it another go.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They'll take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the 9-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. At quarterback, it's Dan Marino.
And how about his time with the Dolphins? The quickest player to throw 200 touchdown passes in NFL history, taking just 89 games, a mark that still stands. I think he's prouder of the fact that they won 147 regular season games, which ranks 5th all time.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Marino will throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Meanwhile, Marino's throw incomplete, intended for Rice.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difference.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice, 39 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here to kick it away. Moore now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And that was a good collision right there, and I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
That's good. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Carson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
With the handoff to Chris Carson.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. So let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Made at the 24-yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
26 yards in.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
His guys take over first and 10. At their own 27.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll throw on first down with Marino. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
There goes Jerry Rice again, racking up catches and bunches. His 1,549 catches, a whopping 224 more than the next closest guy, the great Tony Gonzalez, a terrific tight end.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Marino on first down. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Marino, and his pass incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's third and short.
Incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Marino looks to toss it again. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set to return it. Here's Moore. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But There's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Mike Williams, 26 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First down and 10.
Now Marino and the rest of the offensive crew getting ready for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Marino will look to throw on first. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. More now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 28.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe. There goes Mark Ingram. Past the 20. Touchdown. Mark Ingram, 61 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic. and take it to the house? Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Visitors 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Marino's second down throw, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Now Bettis. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On second. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A carry now for Bettis. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was taken
The
down.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, Marino. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. It's up and good to make it 21-17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Moore now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charlie Werner, the tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10.
Yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, Wilson. He completes it to Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Wilson.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
The 19-yard line.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Bettis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.